Hey guys, it's Tiffany at Yoga at Tiffany's. Here's a little sample of some of our flows that we like to do together. So check it out. Let me know if you're interested in practicing and have fun. Namaste. Go ahead and join me in Balasana, Child's Pose. Rest your heart on your upper legs and either curl your arms alongside your body, palms facing the heavens, or extend your fingertips reaching towards the top of your mat. Go ahead and collect your breath. Nice inhalations and exhalations through the nose. And then when you're ready, go ahead and meet me in tabletop posture, or Goasana, stacking your wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips, point your toes to the back of your space, and gaze softly at the mat. Inhale, reach the right fingertips to the sky, and as you exhale, thread the needle. Right hand goes between left arm and left thigh, resting your right shoulder and right ear on the mat. Maybe grab a hold with your left hand, the back of your lowest part of your back, sacrum. Make sure your hips are even. A few breaths here. And then push into that left hand, reaching and extending that right arm up to the sky one more time, and release it back to the mat. This time on the left side, reach left fingertips high. And as you exhale, twist at the waist, resting the left shoulder and left ear on the mat. Again, check in with the hips. Make sure the right hip doesn't pop out this time. And breathe. On the next inhalation, push through the palm and reach the fingertips on the left hand back to the heavens, and exhale it back to the mat, coming back into table. This time, do a few rounds of cat-cow. With cow, you fill your belly with air, reaching it towards the mat. As you exhale and come to cat, reach the top of the spine up to the sky, relaxing your neck. Inhale, cow, sits bones point high, heart opens to the front. Exhale, dome out the belly, carve out, create space. Maybe sway your hips and look over your shoulders towards your hips, creating a C shape with your spine. Getting the side bodies nice and stretched. Rock a little forward and come to your forearms. So come into a variation of tabletop. Maybe hover the kneecaps just a couple inches off the mat. Maybe play with your feet, point one toe to the sky, then the other. Really engaging your core. Tightening the stomach muscles, drawing the navel center up and back towards the spine. Keeping the shoulders away from the earlobes. Maybe release the kneecaps back to the mat and come into melting heart posture, Anahatasana. So keep your hips stacked over your knees and crawl your hands out in front of your space, allowing your forehead to rest on the mat, giving a nice stretch to your underarms. As you inhale, push yourself back up to tabletop posture. Tuck your toes and inhale your hips to the sky, coming into downward facing dog. Keep some bend in your knees. Keep your heels lifted and allow your spine to remain straight as you push actively through your palms. Spread out the fingers. Maybe begin to walk the dog, pumping one heel down at a time. Again, never forcing the heels. Always inviting, but never forcing anything. Maybe twist to the left, opening the heart to the left of your space. So point the toes to the left, reach the arm up, gaze to the sky, and come back to downward facing dog. This time, point the toes to the right of your space. Give some bend in the knees, and then put all your weight in your left hand and reach the right arm up and over, gazing to the sky. A little more stretch in the side bodies. As you exhale, return the palm down, lift the hips a little bit higher, inverted V shape for downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, and walk your hands back to your feet, coming into a forward fold. Let your head hang or maybe hug into your legs. Root into all four corners of your feet. As you exhale, walk yourself right back to downward facing dog posture. Let the head hang, one more breath. And bend the knees and jump or float to the top of your space. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, hug right back into forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees generously and roll up to standing posture. Nice shoulder roll at the top. And Sweep the arms up into high mountain. Hands touch. Exhale, hands at heart center. Anjali Mudra. And you're standing in attention, Tadasana. Inhale, give a little bend to the knees. Sweep the arms up to the heavens. When you're ready, and gaze through the peephole in the palms. Exhale, fold forward, drip down the front of your legs, follow the prayer down. Release fingertips to the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into high plank. Less weight in the toes, so hinge a little bit forward. As you exhale into Chaturanga Dandasana, keep the body nice and tight and active. Roll through the toes. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, pull the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Step the feet up so you're in a nice inverted V shape. Inhale the right toes to the sky. Keep the hips parallel with the mat. Exhale, draw the knee towards the nose and step it between the palms. Lower the left knee. Inhale, come into Anjaneyasana, palms reaching towards the heavens, gaze past. Exhale, plant the hands, frame the front foot, and wiggle the foot out into half split. With every inhale, lengthen the spine, and every exhale, get a little closer to that extended leg. Keep the foot flexed to protect the knee. The next exhalation, bend through, draw the right foot back, tuck the toes, and come into downward facing dog. Walk the feet into place, toes touch. Inhale the left toes to the sky this time. Exhale, draw knee to chin and plant that foot. Lower the back knee and inhale, come into crescent moon. Anjaneyasana. Gaze up to the sky, tucking the tailbone down towards the sky, edge of the mat. Exhale, frame the front foot and extend that leg straight, flexing the foot. Again, inhale, pull the upper body away from the hips. As you exhale, reach the nose closer to the extended left leg. Inhale, more weight in your hands. Lift that left leg back to meet the right. Tuck the toes and pivot the hips back. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. One more breath. Come to the toes, bend the knees, and as you exhale, jump or float to the top of your space. Half lift, forward fold. Nice generous bend in the knees and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders, gaze up past the palms, and exhale. Come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Less weight is in your toes. Maybe even lift the toes, wiggle them. Put the weight in the heels, lifting the heart to the front of your space. Gaze forward. And the next inhale, prepare to twist. Exhale, hook that left elbow onto the right outer thigh. Modification can be to put that elbow between the thighs. Look down at the toes and then lift and extend the left foot off the mat to hover. Exhale, bend it back behind you. Hold it for a breath. And then reach it back and just come to the ball of the back left foot. A revolved chair. Lower that back knee. Release the palms. Step the foot, the right front foot out and come into lizard pose with Prishthasana. Okay, gaze softly to the front seam of your mat. Get a nice hip stretch. Revolve the right hand to meet the left foot, maybe, creating a bind. And just breathe through the twist. Nothing forced. Everything welcome. Keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed away from the ears. Look back down at the palm. Spiral that right hand back to meet the left. Push back up into lizard lunge. And then hop that left foot frontward. Come to the top of your mat into Malasana pose or yogi squat or garland. Hands at heart center, pushing the backs of the arms into the inner thighs. Revolve and twist the right fingertips up to the sky. And as you exhale, come back into hands at heart center. And again, repeat on the next side. So lift the left fingertips up to the sky. The right fingertips to the mat. Gaze past the thumb. And exhale. Come back to yogi squat, hands at heart center. Nice full breath and release the fingertips. Forward fold. Heel toe, feet in just a bit. Grab opposite elbows and come into ragdoll. So sway your upper body. Let it hang. Let gravity do the work here. Pulling your head away from your shoulders away from your hips. Inhale, half lift. Walk the feet and toes back together. Big toes touch. Forward fold, hug in. Exhale, bend the knees. Roll up, sweep arms up high, high mountain. Exhale, fold hands into front of the heart. Come into chair Utkatasana. Inhale, prepare for the twist. And as you exhale, hook the right elbow on the outer left thigh. Keep the hips and the knees where they were in chair. Look down at the toes and then play with your balance. Lift the right foot off and extend it to the front of your space. And breathe. You've got this. And if you fall out of it, come right back into it. This is your practice. Make it what you want it. Maybe point the right toes to the back of your space. And when you're ready, exhale that right foot, ball of your foot back, coming into revolved twist. Revolved crescent lunge, Parivrtta Anjaneyasana. Gaze past the left shoulder maybe. And breathe. Look back down at the toes, frame the front foot, lower the back knee, and come into lizard pose. Lower down at the forearms, keeping the shoulders relaxed and neutral. And maybe if you did a bind on the first side, try to mirror on the second side. So revolve that left hand back to the foot, grabbing a hold nice and gently. Nothing forced, everything nice and slow. Stay connected with your breath. Gaze past that left shoulder. And when you're ready, release the back foot. Spiral the left arm up and over. And release it down to the mat, forearm. Push your back foot into the mat. Come up to the ball of the foot. Lift the knee. Return to lizard lunge. And then spring your right foot forward, returning to Malasana, or yogi squat. Now this time, extend the left fingertips first. So release the right hand down to the mat, left hand up. Gaze past the thumb. And then maybe try a bind this time. So release the left arm at the lowest part of your back. And reach around with the right hand, grabbing a hold of the left wrist. Gaze past the left shoulder. And gently release. Extend left fingertips up. And hands at heart center. And repeat on the right hand. So reach the right fingertips high, left fingertips down to the mat. And as you exhale, fold that right arm back and behind the back. And reach the right arm in front of and around, tucking around the left knee and shin. And grab a hold of the right wrist. And gaze up. Stay steady with your breath. Release, reaching right fingertips high. And exhale, fingertips down to the mat. Awesome, yogis. Inhale, lift the hips up to the sky. Come into forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold this time. So extend the heels outward. And toes are pointing a little bit inward. Walk your hands between your legs and pull yourself through. Get a nice good stretch, pulling the spine away from the hips. And when you're ready, come back. Walk the heel toes together. Come into forward fold. Give a nice generous bend in the knees. Rest the torso on the thighs. And then roll up one vertebrae at a time. Nice and steady. Inhale, fingertips high, stretching to the heavens. And exhale, hands at heart center. Namaste, yogis.